welcome to Viewpoints on episode 18. We can buy lottery tickets now.
Woo! We are legal.
Yes. So the big thing of the week is the Oscars.
That's pretty much all that matters this week in Hollywood is the Oscars are this weekend.
Yeah.
So, first off, let's talk about the show.
Okay.
Hosted by Hugh Jackman. I love him. He's dreamy. He's Wolverine.
Dreamy.
You know, I'm interested to see how he's going to do. Like I've said before, he's hosted the Tonys a couple times, and he was great, but the Tonys and the Oscars are a completely different tone.
Yeah.
They made some announcement this week about some performances on the show. There's going to be musical performances with Hugh Jackman and Beyonce, Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens from the High School Musical franchise. Also, two of the stars from Mamma Mia, Amanda Seyfried and Dominic Cooper. So we can only assume they're going to salute the musical movies of the year, but they're playing it close to the vest, so we can't really say for sure what they're going to be involved in.
That kind of annoys me a little too, because we heard news maybe like a week and a half ago where the ones up for original song were only going to be like montages or like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So Peter Gabriel's like refusing to do that.
He's an artist. He doesn't want to cut his song down.
So he's not going to perform at all. But then we're going to get High School Musical. And that's taking away from Peter Gabriel. Like, just the thought of that makes me...
And the whole point of them cutting the original song performances down was to cut down the time of the show.
Yeah.
Where if you cut out all of this unnecessary fluff, that would cut the show down.
You'd think.
I understand they need people to watch, and if a show is just speech after speech after speech, you need something to break it up. But that's what the song performances were for. Yeah. But, yeah.
And you said Baz Luhrmann will be directing.
Baz Luhrmann, who directed Hugh Jackman in Australia, and he's also done Moulin Rouge and Romeo and Juliet and everything. He's going to be directing that particular musical performance. So at the very least, I think it'll be interesting.
We'll have to see. I think.
But let's get to the important stuff. Our picks.
Okay.
Because we know that you guys are excited to hear what we think is going to win.
And can I just make a point and just say I did so much research last night. I didn't do anything else but Oscar research last night. You can even ask Stephanie. She'd tell you how much research I did.
He did. His brain almost exploded because he did so much Oscars.
Yeah, so we'll start at the beginning.
Well, wait, let's just preface this by saying this is what we think is going to win, not necessarily what we think should win or what we want to win, but just what we think the Academy's going to pick.
Yeah, so we'll start with Best Supporting Actress. We got Amy Adams for Doubt, Viola Davis for Doubt, Taraji P. Henson for Benjamin Button, Penelope Cruz for Vicky Cristina Barcelona, and Marissa Tomei for The Wrestler. The interesting thing to think about this is Amy Adams' second Oscar nomination, which is good, especially for someone 4 years ago that was on The Office.
Right.
This is Davis and Henson's first nomination. This is actually Penelope Cruz's first supporting nomination, but she was nominated for leading for Voltaire. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
But this is actually Marissa Tomei's third nomination. She won before for My Cousin Vinny.
Sure.
So I just thought that was an interesting little note to put on there that everyone always makes fun of Marissa Tomei because they thought she won by a fluke or it was a mistake by Jack Palance who said her name by accident.
Sure.
And now she's the one in that category with more nominations than anyone.
Right.
So
she's sort of the veteran actress in that category.
So that kind of validates her. So let's go right to who we think is going to win.
I think it's going to be Penelope Cruz. She's won most of the other big awards leading up to this. She's in a Woody Allen movie, and the Academy is known to love Woody Allen movies. Her only real competition, I think, could be Marissa Tomei, who could be come in as the underdog.
I would completely agree on both points. I think that's the one, the few places we're going to agree. Who would you like to see win? Like if Penelope Cruz just wasn't going to get it and the stars aligned.
I would love to see Taraji P. Henson or Viola Davis win. Taraji P. Henson won the NAACP Image Award a couple weeks ago. I think that a lot of people have been talking about her performance, and the performance puts her in another category now. Interestingly enough, she did perform in the Oscars a couple years back when Hustle and Flow was nominated.
I did watch that the other day.
So I would love to see Taraji P. Henson take it home, or Viola Davis, who is just really spectacular, but I think it's going to be Penelope Cruz.
I would like Marissa Tomei to win. I think it was a good performance, and I think it would make up for the wrestler not being nominated for Best Picture, because I think that was a darn shame. So,
that Best Picture category. We'll
Yeah.
get to that later. Well, let's get to supporting actor, which I think everybody knows it's a slam dunk. It's as close to a sure thing as can possibly be had at the Oscars. It's going to be Heath Ledger, Dark Knight. The only real question is who's going to accept the award.
Yeah, and there's a whole controversy, and I think we'll blog about that.
Sure.
But if you think Ledger, this is his, he had a previous leading nomination for Brokeback Mountain. Michael Shannon for Revolutionary Road.
Which was a big surprise, and for him, he's one of those, the nomination is the win.
Yeah, no, I think, he doesn't need to win. Just nominate, he's going to help his career big time.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Josh Brolin, has been known for a while as being a really good actor. So I think that's going to help, him just to have, like, Academy Award nominee Josh Brolin. Robert Downey Jr., he was also nominated for Chaplin for leading, so this is for supporting. And then Philip Seymour Hoffman is his second supporting nom. He was nominated for Charlie Wilson's War. He won for Capote for leading, and he's the only person, the only acting person nominated this year that was also nominated last year. So for Charlie Wilson's War, so he's the only returning nominee.
Now, in a perfect world, not a perfect world, but in a different world where Heath Ledger wasn't in the category.
So if we just take him out of the equation,
who is your choice? I think I know, but let's just say.
I'd love Robert Downey Jr. to win. Because I just think it's so anti what we think about Oscar.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with him, and they were like, what, are you surprised about, being nominated? He's like, well, it's not like I read the script and be like, Oscar!
Right. Because he sort of lampoons the whole Oscar process in a way. And there was some controversy about that role, so it's kind of great that it's being recognized.
Yeah. So I think it's basically obvious. We want love for Heath Ledger to win.
Right. Next would be leading actress.
Okay.
We've got Anne Hathaway for Rachel Getting Married, Angelina Jolie in Changeling, Melissa Leo for Frozen River, Meryl Streep for Doubt, and Kate Winslet for The Reader.
Anne Hathaway's first nomination, apparently, obviously. Melissa Leo's first nomination. Angela G's first leading nomination, kind of surprising. She won for A Girl Interrupted, which is supporting, and we were talking about this morning. I think she was robbed for Mighty Heart last year.
Right, really, she deserved that.
Especially when you think that Ellen Page got nominated for Juno.
Yeah.
Kate Winslet, this is her fourth leading nomination. She's had 2 previous supporting nominations.
This is her 6th nomination. She's never won. She's like the Susan Lucci of the Oscars.
Kind of. She's the youngest person to have 6 nominations.
Yeah.
And this is Meryl Streep's 12th leading nomination, and she's had 3 supporting noms in the past. So, a lot, good experience in there. So, let's break it down right to it. Who is going to win the Oscar?
I'm choosing Kate Winslet. I both think she's going to win, and I want her to win. She's one of my most favorite actresses. I love her to death, so I'm really looking forward to seeing her finally get that win that she deserves. But Meryl Streep, you can never count her out at the Oscars. You really can't, because she's Meryl Streep.
Yeah.
But I'm picking Kate Winslet.
I'm picking Kate Winslet as well. I think it's about time. I think it'd be good. She's going to act like she's surprised and she's going to cry.
I think she will be.
I'd really like to see Angelina Jolie win. And you know me, whenever I get a chance, I do not like her, just average as a person. I'm not a big fan of Angelina Jolie, but I'm a fan of her work.
She's great.
And in Changeling, I just wish people would see that movie. There's just so many different facets of that character. She's happy and sad and grief-stricken. And the only other one I've seen is Doubt with Meryl Streep. And she is one person throughout the whole movie, and then the last 5 minutes of the movie, it's then you get a different. So I like when I can see different shades of a character. So I can only really judge those 2. So I can say between those 2, I think Angelina is better.
I love Angelina Jolie. She is also one of my most favorite actresses. Unfortunately for her, as great as she is, and everybody agrees that she is a fantastically underrated actress, her celebrity counts against her. She's one of the most famous people in the world, and that will count against her in these sorts of categories.
I really think she's going to turn into the modern Meryl Streep, where she's going to get nominated all the time.
And she's eventually going to get a win.